Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to continue our JustPy journey, and we are going to see how you can use the input component. Let's get to it. Input.py. So import JustPy as JP, and we say that input demo is the function which will serve the default context route. The web page comes from the JP web page, and the input one is going to be a JP input, and basically it will be associated with our web page, and a placeholder will tell us type here, and we return the web page. Now we call the JustPy with the input demo and see what happens. If we visit the URL, you can see that we have the type here and we can type. This is not good enough because we want to have something to happen after we have typed, or some kind of event should be fired, and basically for this we would like to extend the functionality. Let's call this input handler and make sure that we have the mandatory 2 arguments. And then we will update the text of the div with the value that we entered. Now we would like to add not just the input, but we would like to have a div inside the input, and this comes from the div. And anything you type will show up here, and we will associate it with the web page. And we say that on input we would like to call the input handler, and then we can return our web page. So now if we visit the website and reload it, this is how this rolls. So now we learned how we can handle the input event. And yeah, let's see. What we can also do is basically say to a specific input field what type of input is it. So for example, if I say that the type of this is a number and save it, we can see how it changes. So for example, it will not allow me to enter anything else other than a number. We can also basically change it to password, and if you changed it to password, I'm sure you can guess what will happen. So for example, it will hide the input, but since our event will echo back whatever we wrote, it's kind of meaningless. But if you want a password field, you can change the input type to password. And yeah, so what we can also do is to Let's try to transform it so that we can change the color of the div. So self.div.color, not color, style is equal to an f string where we have the color and as the self.value. So now if I go back and restart my application and refresh it, you can see that it changes the color. Oh, let me change back the type. Yeah, red, yellow, purple, etc. So this way we can change the color even. And as in the previous video I mentioned, there are many more things that you can also do with the input field, and basically the documentation is there to help. So that was all. See you in the next one.